dancing. Everybody was having a great time, and they were about to start a new song, and bam, you know, just a really loud noise, and then we saw people bleeding. There was steel hitting people, and we were rushing people to medical. Then we came out here, we cleared the park, we came out here, and this lady just fell over, and
Hey, what I got live here is a bomb. Atlanta.
DeKalb County Police are still on guard at the entrance to the Monaco Station apartments. They're watching us as members of the media watch for any more signs of activity by federal investigators. Yesterday, lawmen made a second trip to Richard Jewell's former home in Habersham County. Agents bagged potential evidence. They also removed paint samples and took photographs. Other investigators went to a Toco Hills hardware store asking about pipe that might have been used to make the bomb.
We informed him we didn't have 2-inch galvanized pipe, and we showed him the pipe bin so he could see for himself we didn't have. And basically, that was it.
There's been speculation that the bomb contained concrete nails. The manager of the hardware store said the agents never asked him anything about nails. Jewell made a brief appearance outside his apartment last evening. On Wednesday, dozens of FBI and ATF agents were in Jewell's residence and carried off box after box of materials, apparently searching for that key piece of evidence. It was the first time agents had met face-to-face with Richard Jewell in 3.5 days. Jewell's lawyer was there, but he wouldn't comment as he left.
Counselor, can we just ask you what the FBI went back into the apartment for today?
Nope. The attorney later told AP that agents took samples of Jewell's hair and fingerprints, but were told no when they asked to tape Jewell's voice. It was a voice over a telephone near Centennial Park that called 911 to warn of the bomb.
Is we believe, a white male with an indistinguishable accent.
I just happened to be at the right place at the right time and did the job that I was trained to do.
Investigators have declined to comment on a report that a comparison of Jewell's voice and the 911 caller found no similarities. Agents Saturday returned to Piedmont College in Demarest. They seem to be concentrating on a maintenance shed on campus. Richard Jewell was a security guard at the college. Investigators may feel that Jewell could well have had a key to that maintenance building.
Kimberly, we are live at the Monaco Square Apartments on Buford Highway, where we now have new developments in the ongoing investigation of the Centennial Park bombing. This is the apartment complex that is the residence of 33-year-old Richard Jewell. Jewell, as you recall, is the AT&T security guard who first discovered the backpack at the park Friday night before it went off. He is the one who alerted law enforcement officials to the backpack and may have bought them precious time to get additional people out of the park before it went off, killing 2 people and wounding over 100 others. Well, just moments ago, the FBI was here at this apartment complex. They came through a crowd of reporters. They went up the steps to Jewell's apartment, which is on the 2nd floor of this building behind me. They did not identify themselves to reporters, but at the door we heard them identify themselves as FBI agents to Jewell. The 2 FBI agents were allowed in. They spent about 10 minutes inside and came back out again saying nothing to the media. They were followed close behind by Mr. Jewell, who also did not say much, but he did say that he was not under arrest at the time that he was leaving the apartment complex. This morning, he was a man with Olympic gold medal hero status, the alert security guard who spotted the deadly backpack and saved lives.
I will say everyone has been very nice.
Tonight, he's the FBI's prime suspect in the Centennial Park bombing.
I'm sure they're investigating everyone that was in the area.
That may be, but it was 33-year-old Richard Jewell who left his Buford Highway apartment this afternoon, headed to Atlanta FBI headquarters with 2 federal agents close behind. Then, after 3 hours of questioning, he calmly returned with a knapsack in his hands.
Can you categorically say that you did not do this?
I did not do it.
Categorically?
Yes.
Why are they questioning you?
It's just part of the process, and they've talked to me about 4 times already. This is the 5th time.
With Jewell inside his apartment and FBI and police posted outside the door, his attorney told waiting reporters Richard Jewell is not the Centennial Park bomber.
Richard had nothing whatsoever to do with planning this bomb. He had nothing to do with the bomb at all, except being a hero by finding the thing and getting people out of the way.
Jim Schuler, 11 News, Team 96.
33-year-old Richard Jewell has spent most of today sitting on some steps just outside his mother's Buford Highway apartment while FBI and ATF agents turn it upside down looking for clues. As they remove boxes of material, Jewell's attorney finally admitted his client is the suspect, but still maintains he isn't guilty of anything.
Have they found anything inside to your knowledge?
No, and I don't think they're going to either. And frankly, we welcome this because then this thing is going to be over.
More than 100 of the world's news media and even some sightseers recorded every move, especially when bomb-sniffing dogs checked out the apartment complex. Despite their search warrant, despite sources who called Jewell the chief suspect in this case, and despite the fact that they towed away his truck today, the FBI has taken great pains to point out he isn't charged with anything at this point.
Search is part of an ongoing investigative process and does not indicate in any way that Mr. Jewell has been charged with a crime under our system of justice.